Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. General Hospital spoilers. Jagger's son Stone appears in PC, ready to take Sonny down. General Hospital, GH. Spoilers tease that Sonny Corinthos, Morris Bernard, shot Special Agent John Jagger Cates, Adam J. Harrington, in cold blood, and now his family is covering for him. Sonny is usually smarter than this. Normally he would have had Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, do his dirty work. Pumping people full of lead is in Jason's job description. But in this case, Sonny was personally involved since Cates was going after Christina Corinthos Davis, Kate Mancy, like a shark who smells blood in the water. Cates was crazy like a fox. He knew that Sonny would sacrifice himself for Christina, and that's what he came to town for. John talked about his son on a few occasions, a 21-year-old on the autism spectrum who's named after his uncle Stone Cates, Michael Sutton. John obviously loved and was proud of his son despite the despicable way he treated other parents' kids. Stone lived in a group home near Quantico and texted and video, chatted with John, and their relationship appeared to be warm and loving. Will Stone come to PC looking for vengeance for his father? Definitely maybe. With John gone, it will be interesting to see if the show brings Stone onto the canvas. Perhaps he's heard his dad's stories from the old days, and or wants to go to PC to learn more about the circumstances surrounding John's death. There may be a scenario where Stone comes to Port Charles for Alexis Davis, Nancy Lee Grahn, trial, or whoever it is that ends up being accused of the murder. Stone is named after his late uncle, a man who was like a son to Sonny. Seeing Stone would bring back a flood of memories for Sonny, and complicate the fact that he murdered John and left Stone an orphan. Which brings us to an interesting point: Sonny's predilection for taking young, needy people under his wing. He did that with Jason as well as the original Stone. Could we possibly see history repeat itself with Stone Jr.? However this story unfolds, it will be full of twists and turns as Sonny tries to stay one step ahead of the law. We know that plenty of drama is waiting to unfold as the authorities work to discover the truth about John's gruesome death, and you don't to miss what happens next. The tranquil hum of Port Charles was shattered the moment an enigmatic figure stepped off the bus that rolled into town. The young man's piercing eyes scanned the familiar yet distant streets, his gaze locking on landmarks etched into his memory from stories passed down to him. Dressed in dark clothes and carrying an air of mystery, Stone Cates, the son of Jagger Cates, was back in Port Charles. But this time, he wasn't here for a family reunion. He was here to dismantle the empire of the town's most powerful man, Sonny Corinthos. The Cates and Corinthos families shared a complicated history. Sonny had been a close friend and mentor to Stone's namesake, his uncle Stone, who tragically died of AIDS decades ago. That friendship had cemented Sonny's bond with Jagger, who always harbored a deep appreciation for what Sonny had done for his brother. However, life had a way of turning gratitude into bitterness, and time had soured the relationship between Jagger and Sonny, leaving Stone caught in the middle of a silent family grudge. But Stone's return to Port Charles wasn't just about family legacy. It was about justice and vengeance. Jagger had raised his son with stories of loyalty, honor, and the importance of protecting family. But as Stone grew older, he began to question why his father had severed ties with Sonny. As he dug deeper, Stone uncovered secrets that painted Sonny not as the benevolent protector his father once knew, but as a man responsible for creating a world of violence and betrayal that had torn families apart, including his own. Jagger had never spoken of it, but Stone eventually learned that Sonny had been at the heart of some unspeakable decisions that affected their family in ways he couldn't have imagined. Now, standing at the heart of Port Charles, Stone had one goal in mind: bringing down Sonny Corinthos and everything he stood for. His plan was meticulously crafted, each step designed to dismantle Sonny's empire piece by piece. The return of a ghost. As Stone settled into the town, whispers began circulating that someone new, someone who carried the Kate's name, was back. The people of Port Charles were curious, but none more so than Sonny himself. When Jason Morgan, Sonny's longtime enforcer, brought him the news, Sonny felt a cold shiver of unease. The name Stone Kate's stirred memories long buried, memories of a young boy he had loved like a son, and a brother he had tried to protect but ultimately lost. But this was not the same Stone. This new Stone was younger, sharper, and harboring a darkness that Sonny couldn't quite place. Sonny wasn't one to trust easily, and his instincts told him this young man wasn't here to rekindle family friendships. There was something else, something more dangerous behind those brooding eyes. But Sonny, ever the strategist, decided to keep a close eye on Stone, wondering if this was an opportunity to make amends or if it was the beginning of a new battle. A calculated move. Stone knew that coming to Port Charles meant stepping into the lion's den, but he was prepared. His first calculated move was to ally himself with some of Sonny's enemies, those who had long sought to see Corinthos fall. One by one, he approached people like Cyrus Renault and even Valentin Cassadine, quietly building a network of individuals who had their own reasons for wanting Sonny out of the picture. But Stone wasn't reckless. He knew better than to throw himself headfirst into the war without understanding the players and their loyalties. He carefully played both sides, appearing as a newcomer just trying to find his place in the town while secretly feeding information to Sonny's rivals. His charm and good looks made it easy for him to gain trust, but underneath he harbored a deep resentment for everything Sonny had built. As he played his cards close to his chest, Stone found himself drawn into the orbit of key figures in Sonny's life. He crossed paths with Dante, Sonny's son, and the two instantly clashed. Dante, suspicious of Stone's motives, found himself questioning the young man's sudden arrival and his connection to the Kate's family. However, Dante was unaware of the personal vendetta Stone carried, and for now, Stone kept his cards hidden. Confrontation looming. As Stone embedded himself deeper into Port Charles life, Sonny grew more unsettled. Something about the young man's presence triggered alarms in his mind. Stone was too smooth, too calculated. He was a ghost from Sonny's past, but with an agenda that wasn't yet clear. Sonny decided it was time to confront Stone head-on, demanding to know why he had come to Port Charles after all these years. Their confrontation was electric. Stone stood face-to-face with a man he had heard so much about, Sonny Corinthos, the kingpin of Port Charles, the man who had once been a friend to his uncle, but had since become the enemy in his father's eyes. Sonny's eyes narrowed as he questioned Stone's motives, but the young man remained calm, his face betraying nothing of the fury bubbling beneath the surface. "I came here to understand my family's past," Stone said coolly, "and to figure out who I am. You were a part of that history, Sonny. But I'm not here for you. I'm here to clean up the mess you left behind." Sonny didn't miss the veiled threat in Stone's words, and for the first time in years, he felt an unfamiliar pang of fear. Stone wasn't just another adversary. He was family, and family had a way of cutting deeper than any enemy. The war begins. With every day that passed, Stone's plans took shape. He infiltrated Sonny's world, charming the people closest to him, learning their weaknesses, and waiting for the perfect moment to strike. He knew Sonny would eventually figure out his true purpose, but by then, it would be too late. As tensions in Port Charles reached a boiling point, the lines were drawn. Stone was no longer just Jagger's son. He was a man on a mission to bring down Sonny Corinthos, the man who had once been a friend, but was now a target. The showdown between Sonny and Stone was inevitable. And when it came, it would be a battle unlike any other Port Charles had seen. A clash of family, legacy, and vengeance that would leave the town forever changed.